Chris, this is the most popular story on our website today by far. Nearly 120,000 people have read our story about SWAT teams being sent to Put-in-Bay over the weekend. This is after packed crowds broke out in fights and drunken behavior. Michael Sandlin takes us to the island tonight for more.
19,000 people, 5 or 6 calls of fights happening at the same time. That's the situation that Ottawa County Sheriff Steve Valorchek tells me he, his deputies, and 3 different SWAT teams encountered as they came here to Put-in-Bay on Saturday night.
We got one fight call was at least 15 people fighting. We got fight calls of one person starting fights with other people.
The team of officers and deputies made their way across the island responding to these calls, but many of the fights had already broken up by the time they arrived. Meanwhile, Sheriff Dvorak made his way toward downtown, looking to control the bumper-to-bumper traffic on Delaware.
It was gridlock with golf carts and people. And what we did is we stationed our folks along that street to get the golf carts moving, to get people moving.
And an hour after they arrived, 2 people were arrested, thousands dispersed, and things began to return to normal again. Put-in-Bay's mayor, Judy Berry, says the sudden spike in tourists came as a total surprise for them. And the whole situation is an example of a continuing problem in the village. Their police force is severely understaffed.
Right now our roster has about 10. We usually have, in a summertime, maybe 20 on that roster. So we're cut in half right now. And
Mayor Berry says she's working with the state to try to grow that roster, but low police staffing is an issue across the entire United States. And while she says they do need the additional protection, she says to be clear, incidents like these don't represent the majority of the people that visit Put-in-Bay.
I always say there's always that 95% that come over and are wonderful, lovely tourists, and then you sometimes have the other 5 that you have to deal with.
Now all eyes turn to Bash on the Bay, the music event happening in August on the island's neighboring Put-in-Bay Township. Mayor Berry says she doesn't have to worry about a situation like this one happening there.
They sell tickets, and they know what kind of crowd they're going to get beforehand.
But Sheriff Dvorak says he's keeping his eyes on events moving forward. Reporting in Put-in-Bay, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.